Hey, everybody. Hope you are doing well. All right, let's go to one of my favorite tracks off of Van Halen 2, the song Light Up the Sky. What a groove. Let's go.
Crash and burn, and there is a way of beauty, but you never get love. Cross the line for non-return. I watch my television, almost lost my mind. It said, open your eyes, leave it all behind. I am the wind to whispering, some magic coming out. Ain't coming off the shore. Come see your children get lighting up the skies. Won't recognize them anymore. Wolves at my door, wised up quick, turned here and gone. Demand me go. See me your folks come up short with a pretty little kid who didn't want to know. I had some crazy vision, one I can't deny, and it said, open my eyes, leave it all behind. I am the winter whispering, some magic coming out. It's coming off my shore. Come see your children, yeah, they're lighting up the skies. You won't recognize them anymore. Ooh, mama, see the firelights. Ooh, we're coming out tonight. Ooh, mama, see the firelights. Ooh, lighting up the sky. Light 'em up!
I love the fact that they have the drum part in the middle of it that crescendos out to the actual ending part, which actually has the name of the song in it. Um, and again, it's an opportunity for them to highlight Alex Van Halen instead of just Eddie Van Halen. Um, the two together, obviously, I mean, being brothers, nobody plays together quite like brothers do. Truth be told, if you think about it, you got Eddie and Alex. Go to the band Oasis, you got the Gallaghers. Go to the Black Crowes, you got the Robinsons. Go to the Beach Boys. I mean, there's so many great examples of, um, you know, uh, kin, if you will. It doesn't have to just be brothers. It could be brother and sister. Could be two sisters. Larkin Poe. Nobody plays together like family that grew up playing together, and it's a really unique bond between two musicians. You can go all the way to Creedence Clearwater and think about how well that band worked together, even though John Fogerty was a bit of a taskmaster. And, in a lot of bands, there's infighting that goes on between the family members because they've seen each other so constantly for such a long period of time. And because they're family, they don't feel like they got to take each other's BS. So you'll hear a lot of stories about bands and or families having issues within bands, and not getting along a lot of the time. Oasis, for example. I mean, the two Gallagher brothers, can they even stand each other? you know um Rich and Chris Robinson, and stories of their fights are slowly but surely becoming legendary. And then you've got groups that seem to work well together the whole time. I mean, you really don't hear stories of Alex and Eddie fighting. Um, you don't really hear stories of the Everly brothers getting into it with one another. And so I guess it's just one of those things. I mean, it's obviously personalities can rub one another the wrong way, and depending upon in a band setting especially, we always talk about, or you will always hear people talk about being in a band like being in a marriage with 4 or 5 other people at the same time, as opposed to a typical marriage of one person and another person. And so it's a lot harder to maneuver through personality clashes that happens when you're in a band. And that's why it's rare to see a band be the same band for such a long period of time like Van Halen was. Even through the 2 incarnations, you're talking about the Dave years, which were about 10 years long, maybe a little longer than that. The Sammy Hagar era, which is about 10 years long or so. You get groups that stay together and have that sort of original dynamic of being the original bands. Look at U2, same guys for 40 years. Look at King's X, same guys for 40 years. Look at Government Mule. They're the same band. Obviously, bass player passed away. For the most part, other than the bass player passing away. Blues Traveler, same band for decades. And then you've got bands that just have a revolving door around them. And it's even more unique to have a band with such consistent success. I mean, Van Halen had a 20-year period of time of being sort of the standard bearer and icons of the rock world. And they were, no matter who the lead singer was, they were. So anyway, I just like the fact that they highlighted Alex a bit on this one. Listening to him play drums without the other instruments around for just even 5 seconds can be really very cool, because he was a hell of a drummer. With that said, thanks for watching. Please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. I'm sure we can talk about it further. Know that I appreciate you, and I wish you all well. Take care.